consciousazine.com Chronicles. Alright, here we are. Hold on, let me find the video. I forgot where the video. Oh, here we go. Okay guys, we're going to go over this video today. Well, right now. I've just done a few other videos, so this one is OP server person. What is it? What is it, bro? Fear respect operations. So I've noticed that there are some OP, there may be RPs. I have not discerned that in meditation yet. No, I think he was an OP. See, I get shown these via seeing certain people or OPs in my life, and then I realise these video titles from that. And I'm pretty sure the guy I'm thinking of, he was not an RP, he seemed to be an OP. So that's why I have OP server person, not RP server person. I also write these, you know, weeks back in time and stuff, so I have to remember what I have to say in these videos off by hand. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an OP, not an RP. So we're talking about organic and not robotic portal. I think the OPs are the servers still. It just doesn't sound right, because it sounds like the job of a server would be done by an RP. And I think RPs are an extension or a human advent perhaps, and that the RP does not exist in the animal organic portal realm. There's only organic portals in the animals. There's no robotic portals in the animals, I think, from when I look at it. So I haven't looked at it a whole lot in meditation, but yeah. Anyway, so this is what I think currently anyway. It's what I suppose, not really I think it. I don't even really think it. I'm trying to suppose, yeah? We're postulating as well, but we're supposing. It's different than postulating. Yeah, they crisscross as well. But anyway, let's just go from here. OP server person, what is it? So I noticed that some organic portals, let me rephrase, some organic portals will be in certain positions just out of fear of them and respect by their fellow organic portals. And if you buck that fear, that's when all the stuff starts happening to you, and you'll get really picked on, and you'll end up getting gang stalked by that group, if not furthermore by, you know, larger governmental, the real deal stuff, gang stalking out there. So just in your local group, whatever that local group is, a corporate, I don't know, a campsite, a house, wherever you are, doesn't matter, a beach, in your local zone, there'll be an OP server, because IT theme, or information technology, is a simulacrum of current reality. That means it's like a higher copy. And so, as I've learnt information technology, I can program in several languages over the last few years at university, and my degree, which I now finished, thank God. I realised the similarity between information technology nomenclature and how I could put the nomenclature of a server, for instance, the monikers out of information technology, I can overlay them onto existing reality and even my existing just life with people. I went, oh, that's weird. And this is around the eschaton, 2012, when I've also started to really realise even deeper than when I was a kid how robotic people are, and then I've discovered this theory and really gotten into it because I realised this is what I just always naturally saw, the organic portal theme, from when I was like 12 years old. I had a lightning bolt spiritual experience on the school oval, and I stopped in my tracks. It was like a lightning bolt hit me. Just like David Icke describes when he was standing for an hour on the mountain, receiving the whole download about reptilian stuff. That happened to me. I was like, why am I different to them? And it was the OP theme. I saw it at 12 years old. Years and years ago, 20 years ago, I saw this. So I'm glad that I found the theory to this, and that's why I'm going so hard on the videos, because it's been one of the most annoying things in my life. Pretty much the annoying thing in life. The OP theme. Now, recently I've learnt information technology in a university degree, so, you know, not just shit kicker level, and I've realised that I can overlay these words like server and I don't know, client side and whatever else, all, like, pretty much all the words out of information technology can overlay onto reality. And then I started noticing just last year, 2017, this guy and how he was, and then it connected to how other people have been in the past, and at the time I was learning about servers, funnily enough, PHP code. You know, PHP is scripting, server-side scripting. So I was learning about OP scripting as well at the same time as doing my PHP scripting for university degree. The universe had me in my shamanic ghost degree, which I've done behind the scenes, learning about OP servers, or organic portal people servers. And these people, to cut this video short and just save you some time, because that background information is important so you can see the perspective and stuff. But now to like conclude it, because this doesn't need to be a massive video, the OP server person seems to be just anyone in a local zone where the Matrix is obviously trying to establish control, like everywhere bloody else, and the Matrix will be serving servlets through this person, yeah, little packets of code, and that gets picked up by the other organic portals psychically. You'll notice that this is part of frequency control emanation. It's very funny how much exactly like the movie They Live that the situation actually is. The movie They Live, you need to see it. It's funny how this situation is so much like that, and they do emanate like that, but just not from a... Yeah, they've got physical broadcast systems, but what I'm talking about now is via people via Li-Fi, I guess. L-I-F-I, Li-Fi. I guess that's how this works, right? Through the light spectrum of the surface, the sense-stored electrical waves of the surface, or, you know, the second dimension, the domain of things made out of stuff, little particle energy vortexes we call atoms and so on. So the OP server person will emanate the frequency and serve the packets of information just like a server does to our computers. You know, one server can serve 1 million computers or whatever. It's the same thing. A server person, an organic portal server person, will service and server that local bubble, the local region, that zonal region. It could be just 100 meters each way on the beach. It could be in the entire corporate office. It could be your casa or home. If you're renting or something, or even in your family, it can be. So the server person will be like a server of the neighborhood. It'll probably be a neighborhood watch idiot. Because that's the fake light grid. Those people are the fake light grid. Yeah? They're the neighborhood watch, the police. It's that end of the shit. That these people think they're like voting for a better world by bringing together the community and all this, but really what they're doing is just protecting the weak. And souled humans are not weak ever. The souled player is always a strong, complex vectorization of the universe, not the weak atrophy. Yeah, that's what organic portals are, as I've said before. They're the atrophy and entropy. And if you wake up and have the insentient ascension, you become entropy, which is basically choice of the field. You can go any way, then you vectorize and you become a souled human without just potential. It's not just soul potential, like that little diagram from Veil of Reality on Organic Portals, that little picture shows. It says soul potential under the souled human with the chakras all coloured, and then the OP has the missing upper chakras, remember? So once you're a vectorized human, you're a souled human, like for sure sort of thing. Then there's no like if but of maybe, you know. I forgot my position in the talk. So the server person is serving out packets of information to control and frequency control the local bubble. And that's just the matrix working through the server person. Oh yeah, I was talking about the fake light grid, and because that's also very relevant to the server person, because they're a server, like I said, like a neighborhood watch is a good example. But anyone who will like then report and bitch men to the matrix, to the police, you know, they're the bitch men. If they're talking to police, they're bitch men of the matrix, for sure. It's just not the way you need to deal with things, you pussy. Can't even deal with it yourself. Have to firstly get group dynamics into it. Can't even deal with one soul human by yourself, huh? You weakling. OP weakling. Anyway, these server OP weakling people that control the area, and they'll emanate like these frequencies out, and they're just subconsciously picked up, because the subconscious reality of the body is the stored sensed electrical wave reality of the second dimension. It's the surface of reality, the things made out of stuff, the dense end, the dense edge. So the server person is always serving out little packets, and if you learn HTML protocol, it's just like that. They just embed a message in between two other little bits of code which might talk to someone's pineal, whereas it might be HTML talking to XML in the IT example I'm trying to analogize to, which is HTML protocol. When you learn that, I'm trying to say that there's a little diagram they show you when you learn HTML protocol, which is like the message being sent from your browser. Remember, you are the browser. Okay, that's who you kind of like are in this reality. Like, not to sum total it, but your 3D perspective is that you're like the browser. Like when you go on Google Maps, you know, you're the browser. And that's the body perspective, the ego level. The browser. So the server person is just that. And remember, because they're just the body. Sorry, I lost my position there again. Yeah, so when you learn the HTML protocol, you'll learn what I mean by a server person as well, and the little packets of information, because it's just a message embedded in basically other little messages that tell things what to do. Like it might be the HTML telling the XML what to do, or the PHP what to do, or vice versa. And what I'm saying is the server person then is just emanating frequency, which just is embedded with information, which is very similar to HTML protocol, okay? That's all I was trying to say. And it's through the frequency control, obviously, is run through fear and respect operations, and that's why it's very associated with like, hey, we're watching you. It's funny that the same people will be the same people who will often tell you Jesus must be watching you masturbate, you know? He's watching everything you do like Santa Claus. So anyway, these server people, they're like fear respect based, like, and that's pretty much what it is. It's not like natural respect for seeing that someone has a talent or something. It's forced. So maybe I should put forced fear, forced respect, yeah. It's not like naturally invoked, it's they force it. They force the fear, they force the respect. And that's just emanated through frequency, and it just what it looks like in the outside world here of the second, third pardon me, what it looks like to you, to your eyes, not your third eye, but what it looks like just in normal life on the surface from your body's perspective is just people being stiff, and you know how they like look around a lot and stuff, and then the emanating of the frequency you have to realize psychically and with your third eye that's not visible, yeah? It's just like how the air you breathe is not visible though. However, you can sit there and breathe and realize you're breathing something after a while. It has to be sensitively discerned, and this is light body action and realization and epiphany and what we call consciousness and awareness. Now, consciousness and awareness are not the same thing. What's the quote again? You can have consciousness without awareness, and you can have awareness without consciousness. So they're clearly not the same thing. Anyway, that's not this video. I'm not going to talk about the difference of it all. So this video is about how there are organic portal people, what we call spiritless humans, and by being spiritless they're disconnected from their soul, so other people call them soulless humans, and we just title them as organic portals. This video was about organic portal server persons or people, and that what it looks like is just like the people, you know, really looking around in the area. They're not just uber listening to you, they're uber looking, and it's just about their simple, desperate info gathering, and they make it very apparent because when they make it very apparent, it's meant to make you fear that, oh, they are looking at me, they are listening to me. That sends you into lower fear vibrations, the way they do it. It's because it's not a respectful looking at you, it's a looking down upon you look, thus it's the lower vibration end. And then it's forced respect as well. Forced via they respect, forced respect operations. So then they force the respect like that, and so it's not natural respect either. Okay, so that's all defined. If you can't see it, bad luck. Look harder.